Tough and frank talk today from a local man many consider to be the nation's top CEO. Robertsdale's Tim Cook runs Apple. Today he was back in the state to be inducted into the Alabama Academy of Honor. While accepting the award, Cook took the opportunity to push better and more equitable education in Alabama. News 5's JB Buno was the only reporter there from the Mobile area, and he joins us live in the Webb Center. And JB, Cook was not the only big name to be inducted today.
No, of course not, Pete. I mean, some others you may have heard of, like Nick Saban, maybe, Senator Jeff Sessions. They were also there in the state capitol to receive this really high honor. But among those big names, the spotlight was on Robertsdale's own Tim Cook, Apple CEO, arguably the most influential person in the tech world today. He had a little bit to say to us, but a whole lot to say to Alabama state leaders. On a normal day in Alabama, Governor Bentley and Nick Saban are the biggest names in the room. But today, all eyes turn to see someone else. It's Apple CEO Tim Cook making a fashionably late entrance to the state capitol. Cook and 7 others, including Saban and U.S. Senator Jeff Sessions, were inducted into the prestigious Alabama Academy of Honor. Yet only Cook was chosen to speak, bringing an iPad to the podium.
Alabama has always been very special to me, and I continue to think of it as home. Growing up in Baldwin County and Robertsdale provided me a solid foundation and grounding that has remained with me for a lifetime.
Cook squeezed in a jab at Nick Saban.
All of the Alabama fans would have much preferred to hear from Coach Saban today, but hopefully there are at least a few Auburn fans out there who don't mind listening to me. Yes. Thank you.
But then seized the opportunity to challenge Alabama's most powerful politicians sitting in attendance, urging them to improve the quality of education in Alabama schools.
A lack of equal access to technology and knowledge places entire communities and populations of students at a disadvantage.
The event ends and the media swarms into action, some towards Saban, but even more, including us, head towards Cook.
Tim, JB Buno, we're up here all the way from Baldwin County just to see you.
How are you?
We make several attempts, but Cook and his PR folks don't budge on an interview.
I'm really
Not
sorry.
giving any interviews.
Oh,
okay.
On our way out, we run into Cook again.
We're not giving interviews. I'm sorry.
But he escapes into the elevator and eventually back to California. To his credit, Cook did stay for an extra 20 minutes for some photos, as long as they were taken with iPhones. The man who went from Robertsdale to the most powerful position in the tech world had little to say to the people of Baldwin County, though a lot more to Alabama's rich and powerful. Now, Cook said he was grateful to receive a quality education at Robertsdale High School and up at Auburn, but stressed more kids in Alabama need access to newer technology and a quality education. He was also critical of the state's efforts to fight racial inequality and update LGBT laws. Pete?
Well, pretty fascinating and not the norm that more people would rush over to take a picture with someone other than Nick Saban. How would you say that Tim Cook was? Was he pretty friendly and open to the people there?
Yeah, Pete. I mean, I bet Nick Saban was pretty surprised to see he wasn't the most popular person in the room there today. But yeah, Tim Cook, extremely friendly and polite to everyone, taking time to get his photos with as many people as possible. And hey, that included me. As soon as I knew he would not budge for an interview this morning, I instantly became a fan and I asked him for a photo. And as you know, I'm the technology reporter here, Pete, so taking a photo with the CEO of Apple, the most iconic tech brand in the world, was one of the biggest thrills I've really experienced in my broadcasting career. And for the record, had he agreed to an interview, one of my questions, I would have asked him why we still don't have an Apple store in southern Alabama. That's his backyard, the place he grew up. It doesn't make much sense to me.